Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Goddard Works. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly create the life of their dreams while others struggle to make any progress? What if I told you that the secret lies not in external circumstances, but in the power of one thing, your belief? Yes, belief is the force that shapes everything in your life. It's the invisible hand that moves the world around you. If you've ever felt like you were stuck, held back by the things you thought were impossible, this is the moment to realize that you hold the key to your own transformation. If you're ready to unlock this power within yourself, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel, because today we're diving deep into the power of belief. When you truly grasp this concept, you begin to understand that what you believe to be true will unfold before you, even if it doesn't seem like it at first. Belief is more than just a thought, it's a force that draws your desired reality into existence. The first thing you must recognize is that belief is not a passive state. It is an active force that shapes your world. It's not enough to simply hope or wish for something. You must feel it, live it, and assume it as already true. What you believe to be real becomes your reality. If you continue to believe that life is hard, it will reflect back to you that very belief. But if you shift your belief and begin to see the world as abundant, opportunities will present themselves in ways you never imagined. Belief does not need to be rooted in facts. In fact, your belief is what creates the facts. When you truly believe that something is already done, you are aligning yourself with the law of assumption, the law that guarantees what you believe and feel will manifest in your experience. The key here is to feel the reality of your desire as though it is already a fact. Imagine it in the present tense and immerse yourself in that feeling. This is the first step to making the impossible possible. Many people get caught up in the idea that they need to see in order to believe. But the truth is, you must believe first in order to see. When you can fully embody the belief that something is already yours, you will begin to see evidence of it in your outer world. The world reflects back to you your inner state of belief. Change your belief, and you change your life. The power of belief is not about simply wanting something, but knowing it is already yours. It's about the conviction in your heart that what you desire is inevitable. This kind of belief moves mountains. It defies logic and overcomes all obstacles. When you believe with unwavering faith, nothing can stand in your way. One important thing to understand is that belief requires no external validation. It's not about waiting for proof or waiting for someone else to confirm your desire. Your belief is your own. When you have that inner knowing, the world will start to conform to your belief. You are the creator, and the world is your canvas. Another key to harnessing the power of belief is to never doubt the process. Doubt is the enemy of belief. When you entertain doubt, you weaken the force of your belief. Your faith must be unshakable. You must trust that once you have assumed the feeling of your wish fulfilled, the universe will move in ways you cannot yet understand to bring it to you. The only thing required is that you persist in that belief. Finally, understand that belief is not limited to big things or grand desires. It is the small, everyday beliefs that govern the course of your life. What you believe about yourself, about your work, about your relationships, all of these beliefs form the foundation of your reality. Start by changing your small beliefs and watch how they begin to shift your entire world. Belief is not just a concept, it is the very force that molds and shapes your experience. It is through belief that you access the power within you to create the life you desire. Now take a moment to ask yourself what would happen if you truly believed in your own unlimited potential. If you believed that your dreams were already real, that success was inevitable, and that everything you desire is already on its way, that is the power of belief. Imagine for a moment that you are a creator of your own life, that the events and circumstances you encounter are not random, but rather a direct result of your beliefs and thoughts. You might ask yourself, how is that possible? How could my inner thoughts shape the world around me? This is the very first principle you must understand. Belief is not a passive state, it is an active and powerful force that directly impacts everything you experience. It is the force that shapes the world around you and directs your path. When you truly recognize that belief is active, that it has the power to create, you begin to understand that the life you are living right now is a direct manifestation of what you have believed to be true. Belief does not simply rest in the background of your thoughts. It is not something that comes and goes depending on your mood or current circumstances. No, belief is a consistent and guiding force, one that determines the course of your entire life. It is not enough to merely hope for something or wish it were true. Belief requires that you live it, feel it, and see it as already having happened. Your belief does not wait for external validation. It does not need the approval of anyone else. It is enough for you to believe that it is true, and that belief will begin to shape your reality. Take a moment to think about the most significant events in your life. You can probably recall moments when you felt certain that something was going to happen, and it did. You may have believed you would succeed, and you did. Or perhaps you believed you would fail, and that too became your experience. In each case, the belief was the driving force, the internal vision that guided the events of your life. When you deeply believe something, you align yourself with a force that cannot be ignored. The world around you will begin to conform to that belief. For most of us, belief is not something we consciously think about. We don't necessarily stop and say, "What do I believe in this moment?" But whether we acknowledge it or not, our beliefs are guiding every aspect of our lives. Our beliefs about money, love, success, failure, and even ourselves shape our day-to-day experiences. If we hold on to limiting beliefs, we create limitations in our reality. If we hold on to empowering beliefs, the world will open up to us in ways we never imagined. This is where the power of belief becomes apparent. When you fully embrace the understanding that what you believe to be true becomes your reality, you can begin to transform your life. The key to this transformation is the ability to change what you believe, to shift your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance, from one of limitation to one of possibility. When you change your belief about a certain area of your life, you begin to attract new circumstances that match that belief. But the question then becomes, how do you change your belief? The first step is to understand that belief is not dependent on external proof. Often we look around us and wait for evidence before we believe. We think that once we see things happening, then we can believe they are real. This is where most people get caught in a loop. They wait for the outer world to reflect their desires, but that's backwards. In order to see the changes we desire, we must first believe in them, even if the external world says otherwise. The belief must come before the evidence. Now, this is not to say that belief is simply wishful thinking. It's not about imagining something you want and hoping it will come true without any action on your part. Rather, belief is the deep, unshakable knowing that something is already true. It is not simply about thinking, "I hope this happens," but about feeling, "This is already mine. It is already done." This kind of belief is rooted in a feeling, an inner knowing that your desired outcome is inevitable. When you truly believe something, you don't question it. You do not allow doubts to creep in. The belief becomes so firm that it overrides all contrary evidence. This kind of unwavering belief is not something that can be shaken by circumstances, time, or appearances. It is steadfast and solid. And as this belief becomes embedded in your mind, it begins to shape your outer world. The power of belief is that it creates your experience. And this is where it truly becomes a force that you can harness. Think about it. If you believe you are unworthy of success or love, then that is exactly what your reality will reflect. If you believe you are destined to fail, you will find yourself repeatedly facing obstacles. However, when you shift your belief to one of worthiness, to one that says, "I am deserving of success, of love, of all the good things this life has to offer," you will begin to experience a dramatic shift in your life. In this process, it is important to remember That belief requires no external validation. You do not need to wait for others to confirm your belief or give you permission to believe. Your belief is yours and yours alone. The moment you claim it as your truth, the universe begins to align itself with that belief. And while the outer world may take time to reflect these changes, the first step is for you to begin believing in what you cannot yet see. It is also essential to recognize that belief is a process. It does not necessarily happen overnight. At first, you may encounter doubt or resistance. You may wonder if it is possible to believe in something you cannot yet see or touch. But if you persist and continue to align yourself with that belief, you will start to see small signs that your belief is taking hold. And over time, those small signs will grow into full manifestations of your desired outcome. Belief is not about waiting for something to happen. It is about knowing it is already happening. It is about feeling the reality of your desire in the present moment. When you believe, you align yourself with the infinite creative power of the universe, and you begin to see the world respond to you in kind. Change your belief, and the world around you will begin to reflect that change. It all starts with you and the beliefs you hold within. When you begin to truly understand the nature of belief, you realize that it is not limited to what we can physically see or what we currently experience. In fact, belief is not bound by external evidence or current circumstances. It is not about waiting for the world around you to change before you believe something is possible. It's about understanding that your belief is the catalyst that drives all change. The core of this truth is that you must believe first before you see. This is the law that governs all of creation, the law that says your inner vision will eventually manifest outwardly. Too many people fall into the trap of waiting for external proof before they believe in something. They say to themselves, I will believe it when I see it. This, however, is the reverse of how creation works. The correct understanding is, I must believe it first, and then I will see it. The world you experience, the reality you interact with, is the reflection of your inner beliefs, thoughts, and assumptions. If you look at your current situation and say, I don't have enough money or I'm not successful, you are, in essence, solidifying that belief and drawing more experiences to confirm it. The belief you hold creates a force that attracts matching circumstances, experiences, and outcomes. The key to altering the course of your life is to change the nature of your belief. This begins with recognizing that you are not beholden to your current reality. Just because you have always believed something to be true doesn't mean it must remain so. The past is no more than a series of experiences that were shaped by past beliefs, and the present is merely an extension of those beliefs. If you wish to change the future, the first step is to change what you believe now. When you begin to practice the power of believing before seeing, you engage in the act of assuming that what you desire has already come to pass. This is a crucial shift in mindset. It requires you to move from a state of doubt, hesitation, and waiting to one of certainty, conviction, and inner knowing. To believe before you see means that you live in the feeling of your wish already fulfilled. You imagine what it would feel like if your dream were already realized, and you allow yourself to live in that feeling as if it is your present reality. It's not enough to just wish for something. You must feel it, live it, and walk as if it is already a fact. Think for a moment about a time when you believed deeply in something that had not yet come into your experience. Perhaps you were certain that something would happen, a promotion, a new relationship, or an opportunity, and you felt the excitement of that certainty in your heart. As you lived in that belief, your actions, your energy, and your thoughts aligned with it. You didn't doubt, you didn't question, and you didn't second guess. You simply believed. In those moments of pure belief, the universe shifted to reflect that inner certainty. This is the power of believing before seeing. One of the most important aspects of this concept is understanding that belief is not confined to the physical world. We often limit our potential because we believe we are restricted by what we can physically see, touch, or measure. However, belief operates in a realm beyond the physical. It is not bound by time or space. When you believe that something is true, You align yourself with a higher law, the law that governs the unseen forces of creation. By believing first, you are tapping into this universal law and allowing the unseen to become seen. This is the reason why people who succeed do so in part because of their ability to believe before they see. They may not have the evidence yet, but they live as though they already have it. They trust in their belief, and that trust becomes the foundation of their success. They understand that their inner conviction shapes their outer world, and they never waver from that truth. This is not about ignoring reality or pretending that things are different than they appear to be. It is about shifting your focus from what is to what can be, based on the power of your belief. You may ask, how can I believe in something that seems so far away? How can I believe in success when I am surrounded by failure? Or believe in health when I am faced with illness? This is the challenge that so many face, but it is also the opportunity. The key is to not look at the circumstances. Do not allow the current state of affairs to dictate what you believe. Instead, shift your belief to align with the desired outcome. The more you hold on to the belief that what you desire is already on its way to you, the more that belief will shape your reality. The process of believing before seeing requires you to live in the assumption that what you desire has already been fulfilled. This is where true faith comes in, the faith to continue believing, even when the external world has not yet caught up with your inner belief. It requires you to trust in the unseen, to trust that the energy you are putting out is already attracting the reality you wish to experience. You must also understand that the act of believing is not a passive one. It requires action, persistence, and conviction. It requires you to take steps in alignment with your belief, even when the evidence may not yet be there. If you believe that you are worthy of success, you must begin acting as if you are already successful. If you believe you are healthy, you must take actions that support that belief, regardless of what your current health condition may be. By living in the assumption that your desire is already a fact, you are tapping into a universal law that moves the universe on your behalf. Your belief becomes the creative force that attracts everything necessary for the fulfillment of your desire. The more you continue to live in the state of belief, the more you will begin to notice small changes, subtle shifts, and synchronicities that are leading you toward your goal. Your belief is the first step in making the unseen visible. The key takeaway is simple: you must believe before you see. This is not just about hoping for a change, it's about living as though the change has already occurred. Your belief is the foundation of your success, and it is through believing first that you will begin to see the reality you've always wanted. When you look at your life and the circumstances surrounding you, do you ever wonder why some people seem to have the ability to effortlessly manifest their desires while others continue to struggle? The difference between these two groups is not necessarily the circumstances they face, but rather the belief they hold about themselves and the world. It is the deep, unwavering belief that they are worthy and capable of receiving what they desire. This is where the true power of belief lies. It is not merely about what you think or hope for, but about knowing with absolute certainty that what you desire is already yours. When you believe, you do not wait for external proof or confirmation. You operate as though your desires are already a reality. The truth about belief is that it is the creative force behind every manifestation. It is not simply a passive thought or a fleeting wish. Belief is a force that shapes your reality. It is the inner knowing that what you desire is inevitable. The most successful people in the world have mastered the art of believing in their desires before they see any tangible evidence of them. They know that their belief alone is the driving force behind their experience. It is this unshakable faith that fuels their actions and directs their focus toward their goal, regardless of the external circumstances. The moment you begin to understand this, you realize that belief is not something that can be taken lightly. It is not enough to simply wish for something. You must live as though it has already happened. You must embody the feeling of already having what you desire, and you must persist in that feeling. This is where many people falter. They do not believe with enough conviction. They may wish for something or say they believe it, but when their outer world does not immediately conform to their inner vision, they lose faith and fall back into doubt. This is where the law of assumption comes into play, the law that states that your assumptions, your beliefs, will eventually become your reality. The more you believe something, the more the universe will align itself with that belief and bring it into your experience. To truly harness the power of belief, you must shift your thinking from a state of lack to one of abundance. Too often, people focus on what they do not have, what they lack, and what they believe is out of their reach. This is a belief in scarcity, and it will create more experiences of scarcity in your life. On the other hand, when you focus on abundance, on the belief that everything you desire is already yours, you align yourself with the natural flow of the universe. This shift in belief opens the door for new possibilities and opportunities to manifest in your life. You begin to see the world not as a place of limitation, but as a vast expanse of opportunity waiting to be seized. Belief is the key to breaking through the limitations of your past. Many people are trapped by their past experiences, believing that because something hasn't happened before, it is impossible now. But this is simply not true. The past does not determine your future, nor does it have the power to dictate what you can or cannot achieve. Your past experiences are merely the result of past beliefs. If you want to change your future, you must change what you believe about yourself and your possibilities. The moment you shift your belief, you begin to create new experiences that align with your new belief. The truth is that your belief is the very fabric of your reality. It is the lens through which you view the world and interpret the events that unfold in your life. When you change the way you believe, you change the way you perceive the world. And as a result, you begin to attract different circumstances and experiences. This is the magic of belief. It doesn't require any external validation. Once you believe something to be true, your reality begins to shift to reflect that belief. This is why it is so important to hold steadfast to your belief, even when the evidence in the outer world seems to suggest otherwise. Your belief is the force that creates your reality, and it will eventually override any contradicting evidence. Another crucial aspect of belief is that it does not depend on time or space. Many people get caught up in the idea that they must wait for something to happen before they can believe it. They think that once they see something happening in their outer world, then they can believe it is real. But belief operates outside of time and space. You do not need to wait for evidence or a specific moment in time to believe something. Belief works in the present moment. When you believe something is true, you align yourself with that truth, regardless of the time it takes for it to manifest in the physical world. The more you persist in that belief, the more the universe responds. You may be wondering, how do I begin to believe something that feels impossible? Something that seems so far beyond my current reality? The answer is simple. You begin by living in the feeling of your desire already fulfilled. Feel what it would be like if you already had what you want. Feel the joy, the satisfaction, the excitement of having it now. The key is to fully embody the feeling of the wish fulfilled and to persist in that feeling. The more you live in the feeling of your desire, as if it is already true, the more you will begin to see evidence of it in your life. This is how belief works. It is a feeling, a state of mind that you live in, and it becomes the foundation for everything you experience. The power of belief is that it transcends the physical world. It is not bound by time, space, or circumstance. When you change your belief, you change your life. Your belief is the driving force behind every manifestation. And the more you believe in your own power to create your reality, the more you will begin to see your dreams come to life. The world around you will start to conform to your belief, and your desires will become inevitable. It is through belief that you unlock the door to all possibilities, and it is through belief that you create the life you were always meant to live. The key is to believe without doubt, to trust in the process, and to persist in the knowing that what you desire is already yours. Belief is not something that can simply be wished into existence. It is an active, powerful force that, once set into motion, governs the course of your life. If you are to truly grasp the transformative potential of belief, you must understand that belief is not just a passive mental state, it is a dynamic energy that radiates outward and shapes your external reality. When you begin to believe in something, whether it's success, health, love, or prosperity, you are not merely wishing for it, you are actively participating in its creation. Your belief is not just a thought, it is the very force that sets your world into motion. And this is where the true power of belief lies. It is not the visible that leads to the unseen, but the unseen that leads to the visible. So many people struggle with this concept because they are trapped in a pattern of waiting. They wait for external circumstances to change before they believe in their potential. They wait for the world around them to validate their desires. This waiting, however, keeps them locked in a cycle of limitation. What they fail to realize is that they must first believe in their desires, and only then will the external world conform to that belief. It's not about seeing to believe, it's about believing in order to see. This shift in perspective is the key to unlocking the creative power that resides within each of us. When you believe in something, you are not just mentally thinking about it. Belief is a full-body experience. It's about aligning your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions with the belief that what you desire is already true. The belief itself is not merely a thought you think once or twice, it's something that permeates your entire being. It is something you feel deeply and truly, as though it is already a fact. This is why true belief is so powerful, it moves you into a new state of being. When you truly believe something, you no longer doubt it. Your belief transforms into a knowing, a certainty that guides every action, thought, and decision. It's easy to fall into the trap of waiting for external circumstances to change before you believe in something. For example, someone may say, "I will believe I am successful when I get that promotion," or "I will believe I am loved when I find the perfect partner." But this thinking is backwards. True belief does not rely on external circumstances to validate it. It relies solely on your inner knowing that it is true. Success, love, abundance, these are not things that you wait for to be proven to you. They are things you must first believe in, even if the external world has yet to reflect them. The moment you believe, the universe begins to shift and rearrange itself to bring that belief into form. The power of belief lies in its ability to transcend the physical world. We often look at our current situation and think that our circumstances dictate what we can achieve. If we are struggling with money, we might believe that we are destined to live in poverty. If we are single, we might believe that love is out of reach. But these beliefs are based on external evidence, not on the true power of belief itself. The world is a reflection of what you believe, not the other way around. If you believe that you are destined for success, you will naturally align your thoughts and actions with that belief, and your outer world will eventually reflect that success. One of the most important aspects of belief is that it is not dependent on what is currently visible. Most people wait for external proof before they will believe something is possible. They say, "I will believe it when I see it." But the truth is, you must first believe in something before you will ever see it. It is your belief that brings the unseen into the visible. It is your belief that moves the world around you to bring your desires into reality. The external world will always follow the lead of your internal belief. When you understand this, you begin to see how deeply intertwined your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are with the world you experience. You may be asking yourself, how can I believe in something that seems so far from my current reality? This is a common question, because it challenges us to step outside of our current perception and adopt a new one. The answer lies in understanding that belief is not confined by the physical world. When you begin to believe in something, even if you don't yet see it, you begin to create the mental and emotional conditions that will eventually draw it into your life. It's not about waiting for the external world to give you evidence of your belief. It's about creating the conditions for that evidence to manifest through your belief. Belief is the key that unlocks the doors of possibility. The more you believe in something, the more you will naturally align yourself with actions and thoughts that are congruent with that belief. If you believe you are worthy of abundance, you will begin to make decisions that reflect that belief. If you believe that success is inevitable for you, you will take steps toward that success without hesitation. Belief is not just about thinking positive thoughts, it's about living as though what you desire is already a part of your life. Your belief moves you to take inspired action, to open the door to opportunities, and to attract the people, resources, and circumstances that align with that belief. It's also important to recognize that belief is not something that happens in an instant. It takes time to change deep-rooted beliefs that may have been formed over years. However, the moment you begin to practice new beliefs, even if they seem at odds with your current reality, you begin to shift the energy around you. The more you persist in your belief, the more the external world will shift to match it. This is where the true power of belief comes into play. It does not require you to see the change first, it only requires you to believe in the change. Belief is the creative force behind every manifestation. When you begin to understand this, you realize that everything in your life, whether good or bad, is a reflection of what you have believed. Your belief shapes your reality, and when you choose to believe in a different, more empowering truth, you begin to change the world around you. This is the great secret that so many people fail to realize. The power of belief is yours to command. And once you harness that power, there is no limit to what you can achieve. You are the creator of your reality. And the moment you believe in the possibilities, you open the door to endless opportunities. The power of belief is not just about wishing for something or hoping that it might come into your life. It's about understanding that your belief shapes the very nature of your reality. When you truly grasp this concept, you realize that the circumstances you currently experience are not permanent. They are simply the result of the beliefs you hold. And the beauty of this realization is that you have the power to change those beliefs. The moment you change what you believe, you change what you experience. This truth can be life-changing if you truly understand it. And more importantly, if you begin to apply it. Most people live their lives in a state of reaction. They respond to the events and circumstances around them, often believing that their current reality is a reflection of things beyond their control. But in reality, everything you experience is a direct reflection of your beliefs. Your beliefs are the lens through which you perceive the world, and your perception shapes the world you experience. The key to understanding this power is to recognize that your beliefs are not just passive thoughts, they are active forces that create your reality. What you believe about yourself, your life, and your possibilities will determine what you experience. Take a moment to think about the power of your own beliefs. Everything you have in your life right now, the relationships, your financial situation, your health has been influenced in one way or another by the beliefs you hold. Even if you have not consciously chosen these beliefs, they have still shaped your experience. This is not to say that you are solely responsible for every event in your life, but it is to say that the power of belief is one of the most influential forces you have at your disposal. This is where the concept of creating your own reality comes into play. If your beliefs are what create your reality, then it stands to reason that you can change your reality by changing your beliefs. You are not a passive participant in your life, subject to the whims of fate or the actions of others. You are an active creator, shaping your world through the beliefs you hold. The thoughts you think, the assumptions you make, and the stories you tell yourself about who you are and what is possible for you, these are the things that determine your experience. And the best part is, you can change them at any time. The first step in changing your reality is becoming aware of the beliefs you currently hold. What do you believe about your ability to succeed? What do you believe about your worthiness? What do you believe about money, health, love, and happiness? These beliefs, whether they are conscious or subconscious, are determining the course of your life. If you hold limiting beliefs, you will continue to create limiting circumstances. But when you begin to identify and challenge those beliefs, you open up the possibility for something new to emerge. Here's the key: when you change your beliefs, you change your energy. Belief is not just a mental exercise, it's an emotional experience. When you truly believe something, you feel it deeply. It resonates within you. It becomes part of who you are. This emotional energy is what fuels the process of manifestation. It's not enough to simply think positive thoughts. You must believe in those thoughts with your whole being. When your belief is strong, it sends out a powerful signal to the universe, one that attracts people, circumstances, and events that match your belief. In other words, your energy, which is shaped by your beliefs, becomes the magnet that draws your desires to you. The real challenge, however, lies in the persistence of your beliefs. It's easy to believe in something when the evidence is right in front of you. It's easy to believe in abundance when the money is flowing freely, or to believe in love when you're surrounded by loving relationships. But what about when the external world is not yet reflecting what you desire? This is where true belief is tested. It's not about believing when it's easy, it's about believing when the external world gives you every reason to doubt. This is where faith comes in. It's about holding on to your belief despite the lack of external evidence. The way to strengthen your belief is through repetition and emotional engagement. The more you consistently think about what you want, the more you connect with the feeling of already having it. You have to immerse yourself in the belief that your desire is already a fact, even when it hasn't yet appeared in your external reality. This emotional engagement creates a vibrational frequency that resonates with the universe, and the universe has no choice but to respond to that frequency. The more you persist in this belief, the more aligned your reality becomes with it. One of the most profound things you can do to change your reality is to stop focusing on what you don't want. Most people unknowingly feed their unwanted circumstances by continuously focusing on the negative. They dwell on the things they lack or the problems they face, and in doing so, they reinforce those beliefs. Instead, shift your focus to what you want. Focus on the belief that your desires are already being fulfilled. Feel the gratitude, the joy, and the excitement of having what you want right now. When you consistently focus on what you want and believe that it is already yours, you begin to create the conditions for it to manifest in your life. Belief is the bridge between the world you see and the world you desire. It is the mental and emotional force that transforms the invisible into the visible. When you change what you believe, you change the frequency at which you operate. And as you change your frequency, the universe shifts to align with it. What you believe is not just a reflection of your current circumstances, it is the blueprint for your future. And when you hold fast to the belief that your desires are already yours, you are actively constructing the reality that you want to experience. This is the incredible power of belief. It is the force that shapes your life, and it is yours to wield at any moment. The mind has a unique ability to shape the world around us, and the foundation of this power lies in the belief that what you think and feel deeply can manifest into reality. It is not simply about the thoughts you have on a surface level, but rather about the intensity and the emotion behind them. This is the key to understanding how your mind shapes your world. When you hold a belief that is strong enough to evoke deep emotions within you, you begin to create the mental conditions for that belief to become your reality. This is where the real power of belief comes into play. Is not a passive, fleeting thought, but a belief that is persistent, emotionally charged, and unwavering. When you truly believe something, your entire being shifts to align with that belief. It is as though your internal world begins to conform to your mental vision. And from that state of alignment, the external world follows suit. You must realize that your beliefs are not just abstract concepts, they are the driving force behind everything you experience. The external circumstances you see are the result of your internal state, and it is your beliefs that determine what your internal state will be. If you believe in abundance, you will begin to feel abundant, and your actions and thoughts will reflect that belief. leading to an external reality that mirrors it. But if you believe in lack or limitation, your internal world will mirror that belief, and you will continue to experience limitations. The mind works by reflecting what it holds in consciousness. Whatever you believe to be true about yourself and your world will become your experience. This is not a mere philosophical idea, it is a law of nature. Your beliefs create a mental atmosphere that attracts circumstances, people, and situations that align with what you believe. The stronger your belief, the more your mind becomes focused on that belief, and the more your external world reflects it. This is the fundamental principle behind all creation. What you believe in, you will create. It's important to note that belief is not just about holding a thought. It's about living from that belief. It is not enough to simply have a fleeting thought of something you desire. You must embody the feeling that accompanies the belief. Feeling is the secret. When you deeply feel that your desire is already true, you are aligning yourself with the energy of that desire, and that energy will inevitably manifest in your life. The more you feel the truth of your belief, the more you attract the circumstances that mirror that belief. To truly harness the power of belief, you must engage in the practice of living in the end. This means imagining, feeling, and believing as though your desire has already been fulfilled. This is a powerful practice because it shifts you from a place of lack where you are waiting for something to change or arrive to a place of abundance, where you already feel the emotions and experience the results of your desire. It is not about wishing or hoping for something to happen. It is about knowing with complete certainty that what you desire is already yours. When you live in the end, you are living in the state of your fulfilled desire, and the universe has no choice but to bring it into physical manifestation. Living in the end requires a shift in mindset. Most people are conditioned to think in terms of the present moment and the past. They look at their current circumstances and decide that because something hasn't happened yet, it is unlikely to happen in the future. But living in the end requires you to break free from this limitation. It requires you to believe that the end result, the fulfillment of your desire, is already a reality. When you do this, you are no longer concerned with the how, the when, or the where. You are simply focused on the end result and the feeling that comes with it. Your belief in the end result overrides any doubts or fears that may arise in the present moment. And as you persist in this belief, your external reality begins to shift to match it. The power of belief is magnified when you fully understand that it is not the external circumstances that define you, but rather the internal beliefs you hold about yourself and the world. Many people fall into the trap of waiting for external evidence before they will believe something is possible. They wait for signs, for proof, for the conditions to change. But the truth is, the external world is not the cause of your experiences, it is the result. The cause lies within you, in the beliefs you hold. Your internal state creates the conditions for your external world. When you change your internal beliefs, you change the conditions of your life. This is the great secret to creating your desired reality. The mind is not limited by time or space. It can imagine and create beyond the physical constraints of the present moment. When you believe in something, you are activating your imagination. And imagination is the creative power that transcends the limitations of the physical world. Your imagination allows you to see beyond the present and step into a new reality. When you use your imagination to embody your desire as if it has already happened, you are creating the energetic conditions for that desire to manifest. The mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. When you imagine something with feeling and belief, it becomes a part of your experience. In order to fully embrace the power of belief, it is essential to develop a deep sense of trust in yourself and in the process. This trust comes from knowing that your beliefs have the power to shape your reality. When you believe in the power of your mind to create, you are no longer at the mercy of your circumstances. You are empowered to shape your life according to your desires. It is only through this trust that you can fully surrender to the process and allow your desires to come into form. As you continue to cultivate this understanding of the power of belief, you begin to realize that belief is not just about thinking or wishing for something. It is about becoming one with your desire. It is about living as though it has already been fulfilled. The more you persist in this state of belief, the more your world begins to align with your desires. Your beliefs create the framework for your reality, and the more firmly you hold on to the belief that your desires are already yours, the faster they will appear in your experience. The mind is the creator of your reality, and the beliefs you hold are the blueprint for that creation. When you understand the immense power that lies in your ability to believe, you unlock the door to infinite possibilities. You are not a passive observer in your life, you are the creator. And the power to create is within you, through the beliefs you hold and the feelings you cultivate. The strength of belief is something that many people underestimate. It's easy to overlook the quiet, subtle influence our beliefs have on the world around us. But the truth is that belief is the cornerstone of everything you experience. It is the force that shapes your reality, the invisible thread that connects your inner world with the external one. What you believe, you create. Your beliefs are not just passive ideas that float through your mind, they are active, powerful forces that guide your actions, your feelings, and ultimately your destiny. You may think that what you see in your external world is the result of random chance or the influence of outside forces. Perhaps you feel that you are simply at the mercy of circumstances. But the reality is that everything you experience is a reflection of your inner beliefs. Your thoughts, your emotions, and your assumptions about the world are all constantly shaping the conditions of your life. You see, the world doesn't create your beliefs, you create your world by what you believe. This is the fundamental truth that underpins the law of creation. When you grasp this concept, you begin to understand the immense power of your mind. You are not a passive observer in your life, you are the creator. The beliefs you hold are the brushstrokes on the canvas of your reality. Every thought you entertain, every feeling you have, and every belief you internalize becomes a piece of the puzzle that forms your life experience. Your beliefs are not just mental constructs, they are the very fabric of your existence. If you believe that success is attainable, you will begin to act, think, and feel in alignment with that belief. And as you do, success begins to manifest in your life. On the other hand, if you believe that success is elusive, you will unconsciously create the conditions that reinforce that belief, and success will remain beyond your reach. Belief is not just about thinking positively, it is about cultivating a deep, unshakable conviction that your desires are already on their way to you. True belief requires emotional engagement. It is not enough to simply hold a mental image of what you want, you must feel it as if it already happened. The power of belief is not in the thought alone, but in the feeling that accompanies it. The feeling of already having your desire is what fuels the process of manifestation. When you believe something deeply enough, when you feel the reality of your belief in your body, you are aligning yourself with the energy of your desire. And that energy is what draws your desires toward you. Many people fail to recognize how much of their experience is influenced by their beliefs. They look at their current situation and assume that their circumstances define who they are. But your circumstances are not who you are. They are simply a reflection of your beliefs. The key to changing your life is to change the beliefs that are currently creating your reality. This is not always an easy task, because many of us have been conditioned to hold certain beliefs about ourselves and the world. These beliefs can be deeply ingrained, and they may feel like truths rather than mere assumptions. But the good news is that beliefs are not set in stone. They are flexible, malleable, and subject to change. Changing your beliefs begins with becoming aware of them. Take a moment to reflect on the beliefs you hold about yourself, your life, and your possibilities. What do you believe about your worth? What do you believe about your ability to succeed? What do you believe about money, love, or happiness? These beliefs are powerful forces that shape every aspect of your life. If you believe that you are unworthy of love, you will create experiences that reinforce that belief. If you believe that money is scarce, you will find yourself in situations where money is always just out of reach. But if you choose to believe that you are worthy of love, success, and abundance, you will begin to create the conditions that allow those things to flow into your life. It's important to understand that the process of changing your beliefs takes time and persistence. Beliefs are not formed overnight, and they don't change overnight either. But the more you practice believing in your desired outcome, the more your beliefs begin to shift. The key is to persist in your belief, even when the external world seems to contradict it. This is where the power of faith comes in. Faith is not about seeing the evidence first, it is about believing in the unseen. When you hold firm to your belief in the face of contrary evidence, you are demonstrating the power of your mind to create your reality. One of the most profound aspects of belief is its ability to influence your actions. When you believe in something, you naturally begin to act in ways that support that belief. If you believe that you are destined for success, you will take actions that align with that belief. You will seize opportunities, make bold decisions, and persist in the face of challenges. Your belief in your success will guide your every move. And as you take action, your belief becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more you act in alignment with your belief, the more you reinforce that belief, and the more your belief becomes your reality. The energy you put out into the world is a direct reflection of your beliefs. When you believe in abundance, you radiate abundance. When you believe in love, you attract love. Your energy is contagious, and it has a profound effect on the people and circumstances around you. This is why it is so important to cultivate beliefs that serve you. The beliefs you hold not only shape your own experience, but they also influence the world around you. When you believe in the goodness of life, you will encounter more goodness. When you believe in the potential for greatness, you will find opportunities for greatness. Your beliefs are the lens through which you view the world. And the more you believe in the possibility of positive change, the more that change will appear in your life. Your beliefs are the most powerful tool you have for creating the life you desire. When you understand that your beliefs are the foundation of your reality, you begin to see the world in a whole new light. No longer are you a victim of circumstance, but rather a powerful creator, shaping your world with every thought, every feeling, and every belief you hold. The key to creating the life you desire is to cultivate beliefs that align with your desires. When you believe that your dreams are possible, you set the stage for those dreams to become your reality. And as you continue to strengthen your belief, your reality will begin to reflect the truth of your inner vision. The power of belief is the most transformative force you can wield. It is the key to unlocking your full potential and creating a life that is aligned with your highest aspirations. In conclusion, the power of belief is an extraordinary force that shapes every aspect of our lives. Our beliefs are not just passive thoughts, they are the architects of our reality, guiding our actions, emotions, and experiences. When we understand and embrace this power, we realize that we are not victims of circumstance, but active creators of our own lives. By aligning our thoughts, feelings, and actions with our deepest desires, we can transform our internal world and, in turn, our external reality. The key lies in the unwavering conviction that our beliefs shape the world around us. It's not enough to simply think positively, we must believe deeply in the possibility of our dreams becoming a reality. The emotions and energy that accompany this belief are what fuel the manifestation of our desires. Every thought, every assumption, every feeling is a thread in the fabric of our lives. The more we consciously choose beliefs that serve our highest good, the more we cultivate the conditions for success, abundance, and fulfillment. As we persist in our belief, even in the face of challenges or doubt, we create the space for transformation. The strength of belief is not only in thinking it, but in feeling it, living it, and trusting it. Our beliefs are the blueprint for our lives. And when we believe in our worthiness, in our potential, and in the power of our dreams, we begin to see the world respond in kind. Through the power of belief, we have the ability to transform our circumstances, achieve our desires, and step into the fullness of our potential. Ultimately, the world around us is a reflection of what we believe within. When we choose to believe in the best version of ourselves and the best possibilities for our future, we unlock a life that aligns with that vision. Our beliefs are the force that propels us forward, and by harnessing this power, we can create a reality that is truly ours to shape. The power of belief is not just a concept, it is the key to unlocking our fullest potential and living a life of purpose, joy, and fulfillment.